and welcome. Good afternoon to the Ministry of Bellz, Singapore. It's a Saturday, 26 June 2021, and today we're going to kickstart a series of 4 live streams called 10 Minutes with MOB Conductor and, of course, the Ministry of Bellz. Tell you more about the performers themselves. The award-winning Ministry of Bellz was established in 2007 with its main objective of creating an active community handbell ensemble for current and former school ringers to continue their passion in the art of handbell ringing. The Ministry of Bellz was incorporated in Singapore as a not-for-profit handbell organization and is Singapore's premier and independent handbell ensemble. The team's performance includes birthday parties, weddings, church celebrations, Christmas, open seasons, corporate charity events, government and private functions. And in the past 14 years, the team has amassed more than 400 performances, including 23 performances overseas. Now, today we would like to introduce to you our newly minted young Associate Conductor, Miss Valerie Lee. And I'm going to get her onto the screen right now. This would be Valerie. Hey, Valerie. She's already good to go in today's Saturday's rehearsal with the MOB. So tell you a little bit more about Valerie. So Valerie was introduced to handbells at a very young age in the church and began her journey in handbells at Paya Lebar Medical School Primary. She then performed in 2008. She had an opportunity to travel with the primary school team to the 13th International Handbell Symposium in Orlando, Florida. Wow. And the team, of course, was then achieved the SYF Gold Award in 2010. Now, she also moved on to the PLMGS Secondary Handbell Ensemble. And in 2013, when she graduated from the secondary school, Val decided to further cultivate her love for ringing by joining the MOB, where she was given opportunities to learn the art of conducting in 2017 and just last month, ending in 2021. Valerie's dedication to handbells comes from her lifelong love for music and the performing arts. Beyond handbells, she has been involved in a number of different performing arts groups, such as serving in the church choir since the age of 6, learning ballet in primary school, and being an active member of both the band and the chorale CCAs in Temasek Poly, where she was given the opportunity to serve in the main committee of the chorale as its quartermistress and assistant training head in the 2018 to 2019. And so Val was appointed MOB's young associate conductor just 4 weeks ago. So she's prepared a piece for all of us with the Ministry of Bellz ringers. It's called Primrose by Mr. Toshikazu Yoshida. So they've just rehearsed this morning. Please enjoy yourselves as I change the screen over to the Ministry of Bellz here in our studio, of course, with safe distancing and all the safe measurements in place. There we go. That's the Ministry of Bellz. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Primrose by Mr. Toshikazu Yoshida under the baton of Valerie Lee. And that was Primrose by Mr. Toshikazu Yoshida, conducted by Valerie Lee, MOB's new young associate conductor. We hope you enjoyed a piece of music. And so once again, welcome to the live stream, the first of our 4 series, monthly series of 10 minutes with a MOB conductor. Now, Val, we're going to right now interview Valerie so that you are able to get to know her more. And, if you have questions for her or the MOB, please feel free to drop your messages in the comments. So, Val's ready. Now, we're going to get her on screen now. Hello, Val.
Hello, hi.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. That was very nice conducting and, of course, very nice ringing by the handbell ringers. Val, okay, so we've got 5 questions that we've set, and then we'll see if there's more questions from the audience, okay?
Okay.
Now, the first question, Val. So, you have rose through the different levels as an ensemble musician, from a student ringer to a MOB ringer, then now to a YAC, which is Young Associate Conductor. How has each stage of the journey along the way helped you develop yourselves to here?
I think for me, because being like when I learned as a student to becoming a MOB ringer, to become a YAC, there are actually different experiences that I had. So as I was a student, I learned a lot of the basic techniques, and then when I went into MOB ringing, I got to learn more about handbells, learn more about how we can mix with other instruments. So with all this knowledge from being a student and as a MOB ringer, I can use whatever I've learned and hopefully try to discover what I can do as a YAC. Yeah.
Wonderful. And so you mentioned about you learning other instruments, using other instruments, right? What are some of these instruments that you use, that the ensemble has used, that has inspired you or helped you learn?
Okay, so for today, Primrose, we actually use an instrument called the vibraphone, played by one of our MOB ringers, Karine. So we actually, in the MOB, we actually use quite a lot of different instruments. For example, the timpani, it can be even the drum set or even ocean drums to play under the sea. So it gives a very nice layer to complement handbell music. So that's something that I want to continue doing as YAC.
That's really cool. Complement the handbells, right? Now, cool. Because on this note, just to let our viewers know that if you're a handbell ringer and there is a national seminar organized by the Handbell Musicians of America sometime in late July during the seminar, the MOB will be presenting a workshop called Handbells in Fusion. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Val. Now, here's the next question. As young associate conductor, your appointment will be for the next 2 to 3 years before you move on to be a full associate conductor. What are the goals for yourself and for the team?
I think for myself is to find what is my style of conducting and my style of interpreting songs, and also alongside with how MOB is known to include different instruments as like a fusion. I want to continue with that, and also for the team to work together and create even more layers and different music. Yeah.
Cool. Create more different, explore different styles, right? And that's wonderful because that's why the MOB has got 4 conductors. So we are able to explore different styles, different specialization by individual conductors. Yeah. Okay. The third question here, fusion being a big part of the MOB music. What is your favorite instrument apart from handbells, of course? And will you include that in the music that you conduct eventually?
I think definitely handbell is definitely one of my favorite instruments because I've been playing since 2008. But I think that I do love playing the guitar, even though it's self-learned. But I think it's a very fun instrument to play. One instrument that I would like to try out playing together with handbell music is Chinese instruments like yangqing and guzheng. Yeah, because I think it's a very interesting collaboration with the Chinese music and handbell music. Yeah, so that's something I want to try.
That is a wonderful suggestion, Val. Gu Zhen, Yang Qing. And you mentioned guitar. I remember a few years back, we had Mr. Michael Gasper playing guitar with us. Yeah. And Yang Qing, Gu Zhen. Let's explore that. How about Hu? Is Hu okay as well?
I think it should be okay.
Handbells and fusion, right? That's what MOB is all about. Great. Okay. Now, what made you decide to step forward to become a YAC Young Associate Conductor, and what motivated you to be one, to apply for this?
So in 2017, I actually attended the conducting course. And I think from there, I actually was very interested in learning how to interpret music and also how to conduct. And having this YAC allows me to explore and to improve myself as a conductor. And I think this was what motivated me to become YAC.
Great. And you just completed a second course, right? And this round
Yep.
allowed you to conduct the MOB in front of our lecturer, right? It was Dr. John Hooper from Canada, and from Singapore is myself. And so we worked together with 10 other conductors or ringers who wants to learn conducting from the MOB, right? So yep, okay, and so we just recently concluded it. Okay, and the last question from us, Val, is which handbell trip was the most memorable? And as YAC, where would you want to go with the MOB next?
I think my most memorable handbell trip would be to Hong Kong. That was in 2019, where we actually, a group of us actually went to Hong Kong to perform. And I think that was very memorable because it was my first MOB trip and also the first time that I've been to Hong Kong. So I am looking forward to more trips with MOB. And as for the next question about where I would like to go, hopefully there will be an international symposium next year in Texas. So we hope that we can go.
Ooh, no. No, hopefully it is on. It's at Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, organized by the Handbell Musicians of America from the 1st to the 6th August 2022. Yeah. So hopefully COVID blows away and Singaporeans and everyone over the world can get back onto the plane and fly over to Nashville, Tennessee, right, Val?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Looking forward to the symposium. Okay, now we're going to take this 1 minute to give opportunities to our viewers to drop comments or questions. If you've got any further questions for Valerie, I'll speak a little bit more about the Ministry of Bellz and our upcoming events. So our MOB 15 milestone concert will take place next year in, 21st, 22nd of January 2022. Okay, so just keep those dates open because it's 1.5 weeks before Chinese New Year. So the MOB will be performing. We will release the venue very soon, but we've got the dates confirmed. We've got pencil bookings all done already. And then next, look out for our Silver Arts Festival live stream performance coming up sometime in September. We'll keep you informed on all our social media platforms. If you do not know yet, the MOB has a website. Do drop by MOB Bellz, that is mobellz.weebly.com. That's our official website. And on Facebook, we are Ministry of Bellz with the letter Z, that's it. And of course, we have an Instagram and a YouTube page as well. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's any questions. Okay, we have one question here. It's from Kayla. Okay, Val, what do you see as the future of handbells in Singapore?
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Kayla, for your question. Okay. So I was actually introduced to handbells through church, and now that we have CCAs in primary school and secondary school for handbells, I hope that we can have more places to have handbells. Yeah, and hopefully we can do more concerts and more collaboration with other groups, be it the symphonic band or even the Chinese orchestra, Yeah, hopefully that we can do more collaboration.
We definitely look forward to that. Collaborations with Chinese orchestras or concert bands. Okay, we have one more question here from Joe Ong. Hi Val, any songs would you like to work on in future? Any favorites?
That's a very, very good question. I think one of the songs that I definitely want to try is Bohemian Rhapsody. I actually heard the song from the Raleigh Ringers. So that's something that I want to try. Something a little bit different to what we usually play, more rock and more fun. Yeah, so I think that's something that I want to try.
Wow, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's going to be cool. It's going to be like the Queen concert. Okay, looks like, is there any more questions from anybody in the comments thread at all? Well, if not, Val, we're going to ask you one last question from me. Do you have one last few words for people who would like to join the Ministry of Bellz?
For those who have the love of music and would love to learn, our doors are open, and we can't wait to see you, and we can ring together. Yeah.
Wonderful. And so we look forward to more ringers joining us. But in the meantime, Val, all the best in your future and on your path as being the new MOB's Young Associate Conductor. And for the rest of you watching and tuning in, thank you all so much for being with us. Here, 10 minutes with the MOB Conductor and the Ministry of Bellz. Now, we would like to also recognize the ringers for today. And they are Wei Chi, Melody, Jasmine, Kirin, Andita, Ethan, Gabriel, Shinlu, Emily, Hui Jin, Rowie, Shirley, and Karine. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you in a month's time when the next conductor comes on stage here, live stream from the MOB studio in 10 minutes with an MOB conductor. See you. Goodbye.
Bye. Have a good day.
The award-winning Ministry of Bellz, or MOB, was established in June 2007, with its main purpose of creating an active community handbell ensemble for current and former school ringers to continue their passion in the art of handbell ringing. The Ministry of Bellz Limited was incorporated in Singapore as a not-for-profit arts organisation in April 2013. The MOB is Singapore's premier handbell ensemble. The team's performance engagements include birthday parties, weddings, church celebrations, Christmas and open season, corporate and charity events, government and private functions. In the past 13 years, the team has amassed more than 450 shows, including performances in Hong Kong, Malaysia, Japan, the United Kingdom, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, USA, Canada, South Korea, and Taiwan. The MOB also organised the now defunct biennial Sing Bells Fest, formerly Singapore's very own National Handbell Festival, and since 2008, the Afternoon with the Bells, a day of handbell events. In 2013, the MOB successfully launched its Lend a Handbells community charity program to reach out to the community and the underprivileged. It renamed this program as MOB Learning and Engagement. The MOB has 5 programs endorsed under the National Arts Council Arts Education Program for Schools, and is recognized as an Artist in School Scheme Arts Partner for Special Education Schools to provide handbell and hand chime experiences to children with special needs. The MOB was the first arts group in Singapore to have successfully organized and presented a sensory and autism-friendly concert in Singapore in January 2016 at the Victoria Theatre. The MOB also supports the MOE, National Institute of Education, in music teacher education by providing ensemble experiences and assessments to teacher trainees. The MOB achieved the Gold with Honours Award, in addition to a Gold and Silver Awards at the Hong Kong International Handbell Olympics 2013. The MOB also co-organised and anchored the Singapore Book of Records' largest handbell ensemble projects in 2013 and 2017. and is a proud holder of the longest handbell performance, 24 hours non-stop, records in Singapore. The team's repertoire includes Christmas carols, children tunes, evergreens, light Latin, Disney, contemporary, jazz, fusion, collection of Singaporean and Asian tunes, as well as world folk songs, effectively fusing the genres with a wide array of ethnic percussive and keyboard instruments, creating a truly, uniquely Singaporean handbell sound. The MOB members include London College of Music, Level 4 and 5 certified ringers, former semi-professional percussionists, Gold with Honours, Gold and Silver Award ringers from the SYF, school music teachers, as well as handbells and hand chimes instructors. The MOB was founded, funded, and led by Baba Damien Lim, a NAC Friend of the Arts Award recipient. The MOB is also a major supporter of the Handbells Asia project, the HRSG, or Handbell Ringers of Singapore Guild, Singapore Handbell Festival, the London College of Music Exams, LCM, Handbell Assessment, and the Handbell Ringers of Singapore. Coming together with the common passion of handbell ringing and music making, the ensemble is recognized as a leader in handbell music in Singapore and Southeast Asia. The MOB's new vision reads, a 21st century handbell ensemble on the world-class stage, continuously redefining and reinventing the art form, making it connectable and relevant to today's society.